Hi, this is Chelsea Meyer-Hoffer with Butterfield Cheer and Dance. I'm going to go over some of the information presented at the parent meeting tonight. If you have any questions, please give me an email. I'll include it at the end of this presentation. And I hope we see your child at Tryouts. Thank you.
BTMS Cheer and Dance Tryout information for 2022-2023. Tryout clinic will be Monday, February 28th to Friday, March 4th. Candidates must be present every day for the full time. If there are conflicts, please communicate them with Coach Meyer-Hoffer and or Coach Powers as soon as possible. The following forms must be completed and returned before candidates are allowed to participate: the medical release, the spirit rules and compliance, and a current physical. Return these forms on or before the first day of clinic, Monday, February 28th, to Coach Meyer-Hoffer. Clinic and tryouts are closed to spectators. Tryout results will be posted using the Remind app. Code will be given out the week of tryouts. This is the physical form. You can have this completed at your pediatrician's or doctor's office or a walk-in clinic. If your student's already in athletics, we probably have one on file. I can look if you remind me. This is the back side of that physical form, just giving your consent for your student to participate in athletics. This form is the medical release form. God forbid something went wrong at Tryout Clinic and we had to call an ambulance for your student, but in the case, we would have the information to give the EMTs. This last form is the Spirit Team Student and Parent Rules and Compliance form. It just says that you've read the VBSD Spirit Team's Handbook, and I'll go over that in a bit with you. Tryout clinic specifics include the times. Monday through Wednesday, they'll start at 3:15 and go till 5:30. That's whenever we're going to be teaching them the material and the stuff they'll need to know for tryouts. On Thursday, that's mock tryout day where they get to step through the tryout process. We start at 3:15 and we usually end around 5:30 or 5:45. On Friday, we don't know what time it'll end. We'll start at 3:30. And then whenever they're wrapping up or we have just a few groups left to try out, I can send a message through the Remind app. For clinic dress, we follow all AAA rules at clinic. Shoes must be worn. No earrings or other jewelry are allowed at clinic. Ponytail holders must be in the hair, not on wrists, and no gum is allowed. Monday through Thursday, candidates may wear their normal athletic wear. Tennis shoes required, no sandals. Hair needs to be pulled back into a ponytail. And on Friday, which is tryout day, candidates need to wear black bottoms and a plain white shirt. No spaghetti straps, please. You don't need to go buy a new plain white shirt. Just turn a t-shirt inside out so that it's mostly white. And please have your hair pulled back in a ponytail with a ribbon or a bow attached. Candidates who make the teams will be expected to participate in team events for the year. This is a year-long commitment. Promote school spirit and good sportsmanship. Follow all school and VBSD athletic and spirit team rules and policies. And attend all scheduled practices, events, and activities on time. Please do not make appointments during practices and game times. The cost for a new team member will not exceed $300. Returners may have lower bills as they have already purchased major items. After tryouts, a parent meeting will be held on Monday, March 8th at 6 p.m. in the BTMS Commons for candidates who make the team. The first half of the balance, $150, is due at this meeting. The full balance of $300 can be paid at the meeting if desired, but the full balance is due by the last day of school, May 26. Please make checks out to BTMS Cheer or BTMS Dance. Football and basketball schedules are sent out prior to the beginning of every season. Everyone is required to be at all 8th grade home games. Candidates who make the team will begin practices in May 2022 is what that should say, so sorry. Practices are mandatory. Please schedule appointments around practice times. Practice schedules are sent out using the Remind app and paper copies are also available. Most practices are held on Tuesday and Thursday afternoons in the BTMS safe room from 3:15 to 5 o'clock or 5:30. Occasionally, we will travel to the Van Buren High School safe room or to the academy for practices with varsity teams. Buses from BTMS to our location are available for transportation, but athletes must be picked up from these locations. The off-BTMS campus locations, we do not have transportation from there to home, so we have transportation there, but not back. There may be times that we have to practice after school throughout the year, and information will be sent out as soon as we see it may be needed. It is possible that next school year we will hold practice daily during the school day. What this means, some members may have to learn materials via Google Classroom videos. However, team members are already having to do this. We may have additional practices on an as-needed basis, If it is determined that it is not possible to have cheer and dance practices included in the school day, it is likely they will remain on Tuesday and Thursday afternoons in the BTMS safe room. For this upcoming school year, it is likely that both teams will participate in at least one competition. As of right now, I have it planned for this competition to be the one that is hosted in district, as it will not have an entry fee since we are a Van Buren team and it is local. Coaches will give out more information on that when we have it. In preparation for competition, additional practices after school the month prior and traveling to the high school to run through the performance on full mat layout is very likely. Information will be sent out as quickly as possible. We use the Remind app for our primary means of communicating with our athletes and parents. We will need all team members and parents to be able to use this app. It is free from the Google Play Store or the Apple Store. Camp is mandatory. Please schedule vacations before the camp dates. Camp is usually late July or early August. Camp dates are usually scheduled for the last week of July or the first week of August at the Van Buren High School or Freshman Academy. Camp is when team members will learn the material they will need for performances for the upcoming year. BTMS cheer and dance teams work Fill the Bus event each year in July. If team members are in town, we expect them to help volunteer. If vacations are already scheduled, then don't worry about it. If there are extenuating circumstances where your child will not be able to attend summer camp, please let us know that as soon as possible. This document is the VBSD Spirit Team's rules and procedures. There are a couple paragraphs that I want to go over with you. On Section 3, Spirit Teams defined, middle school teams will consist of 7th and 8th grade students on separate cheer and dance teams. The purpose of these groups is to be good ambassadors of the Van Buren School District and to develop cheer and dance technique and skills. They will attend at least one competition, attend a Spirit Squad camp or clinic, and will perform at all 8th grade football games and basketball games, home and away. Currently, we do not go to away games. Section 4, Expectations of Team Members. Each team member will be expected to act in a courteous, polite, and considerate manner, for the Spirit team member is an official student representative of the school district and community. Promote school spirit and good sportsmanship. Cooperate with the coaches, officers, teachers, administrators, and other students. Attend all scheduled practices, events, and activities and to arrive at these on time. Promote and maintain a positive working relationship between teams and team members and to be supportive of each other and the cheer and dance teams. Be enthusiastic, properly dressed, and well-groomed and in command of any situation that might arise during a game. Know and master all cheers, chants, and routines. Follow all guidelines outlined in the athletic handbook. Follow all school rules and guidelines, including those outlined in the student handbook. If a sideline member is not keeping up with required skills, memory, or technique required of the performance level, they may be benched for the performance. They also have to maintain eligibility. Eligibility requirements. To be eligible at the time of tryouts, must be a student in the Van Buren School District or be a resident of the VBSD and have completed necessary enrollment paperwork. Meet all school and Arkansas Activity Association eligibility requirements. Have a minimum grade point average of 2.0 and pass 3 of 4 core classes for the fall semester prior to tryouts. No student who owes a balance to any other Spirit team for the previous year will be eligible to try out. Attend a mandatory pre-tryout information meeting accompanied by the parent or guardian, which this is taking place of, with two-way communication. Attend and be properly dressed out for every required tryout practice, clinic, or session. Prior to tryouts, properly dressed out includes athletic attire or athletic clothing, athletic shoes, your hair pulled back off of the face, no acrylic nails, and no jewelry. At the middle school level, cheer and dance tryouts will be held the same week. All candidates will learn the same cheer and pom style dance. They will then have the option to show cheer technique, dance technique, or both cheer and dance technique if they are trying out for both teams. For kiddos who aren't dead set on one or the other, we really encourage them to try out for both. That way we can see what team they would excel on and they have a better chance of making one. For the group cheer and group dance, the same cheer and dance will be performed for both teams. For cheer technique, it will be a right side hurdler, a right front hurdler, a toe touch. The jump combination will be a right side hurdler, a rocket prep, and then a toe touch. I don't require they do 2 whip toe touches for 7th grade tryouts. They'll need to do a cartwheel, a running round-off with rebound, and any bonus tumbling, which is not required, and any additional standing tumbling or running tumbling. The higher the difficulty,
the more points I can give them, but none of it's required. We do not teach any of the tumbling, the bonus tumbling, like back handsprings or back tucks, or anything like that at clinic, but everything else we will teach at clinic. For dance technique, they will need to do a right leg hold, a C jump, a toe touch, a single turn, a right leap, and a kink combination, which will be 2 8 counts of right, left, straight, high kicks, and fan kicks. There will also be a bonus option to show any additional leaps or turns that they know. Same as cheer, we won't be teaching the bonus options, but they are welcome to show us what they know. We will be teaching them the basic kicks and leaps and turns. We will teach the basic jumps like the toe touches and the hurdlers. We will have mats there for them to practice their cartwheel and round-offs on. We will go over cheer motions. And then the following is also considered on tryout material. Memory of material, the proper technique of material, the showmanship and enthusiasm. The voice, we need to be able to hear them until they're enthusiastic about these things, and then the execution of the material and the performance. Cheer tryout material may be modified to a co-ed style for any interested male candidates. That will include modified motions in the cheers and chants and partner stunning to replace the group dance. The required techniques listed above stays the same for male candidates. The pages that I need returned are a physical form. If your student is already in athletics, please let me know that and I can look up their expiration dates. I also need the student parent compliance form and the medical release forms. Keep the district rules and procedures and the dance and cheer tryout info sheet. If you have any questions at all, please email me at the email address listed below. I know it's a lot of vowels in that last name, but it'll get to me.